Hey guys, my name is Sam from Team Spellgo. Oh, that was actually a cool glare. That's cool. And I'm here to do a OTT tutorial, actually, for Tsukiyomi. I don't think I've seen it on YouTube, or at least I'm pretty sure I haven't. And I guess it's not one of the most simplest things, or that could be argued with. But anyway, it's counting pretty much is what it is. Where Tsukiyomi, it's the whole, or just OTTs in general, they have that notorious ability where they can get to the bottom of their deck, or, just recycle, or at least Tsukiyomi can recycle, but, OTTs can deck themselves out very easy. And with that keeping in mind, you know how Tsukiyomi can push things to the bottom of their deck, that can cycle your entire deck if you would want to. So if anything, I guess I'll try getting started, and I'll try explaining along the way. But this is actually one of my most favorite things or whatever. I would run this deck, more competitively. But Narukami is just aggressive, so might as well. This deck does come as a close second to Madoff, but it's great. So let's just act out the entire thing. This is all assuming there's no opponent, or, I can act out damage later. That's just another factor. So if the deck seems to be going slow, it's easy. You need to consider, damage and everything like that. That's a different thing. But as for right now, so let's just act this entire thing out. Look at that perfect drawing hand. This is not set up. Alright. Usually in the Tsukiyomi chain, right, let's assume I go second. What would happen is when it's your turn, you start off with your normal draw, and then on your right phase, you would proceed by checking the top 5 cards of your deck. This is the most set up thing ever. You search out, or your starting Vanguard, Ichibashi, searches out the Crescent Moon with Superior right onto it, and the rest gets sent back to the to the bottom of your deck in any order. At this point, these are cards 5, if you want to remember like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and if you already know, Vanguard decks have 50 cards. I just took out 2 cards right now, but that's for a different story. I'll explain that in a second. So, this is, again, like I said, these are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. So, at this point, you can remember, once you get to, I want to call it card 50, that's when you know you're going to start hitting your crits. So, as long as you can remember that, you're like, oh, wait, look, I'm going to hit my crits too. And then you look at your opponent when you're about to drive check, and that's when you look all cool and everything, but that's for later. So, I drive check. Okay. Nothing usual. Again, let's assume there's no opponent. I'll do damage later. Next turn, draw. Check the top 5. Oh, look, grade 2, Tsukiyomi, that's so grand. Look at that, though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If anything, I'm just going to keep these out over here, or all the cards that go to the bottom, just so you guys are aware of how this actually works. So this is all that's on the bottom now. At this point, actually, I put that upside down. There you go. At this point, once you get closer to here, you will hit these triggers. That takes time, though. And what I like about this deck is that it speeds things. This card, for example, Soul Charges 2. Look at that, that's great. Drive check, just acting out, heal trigger, there you go. And also, I was gonna mention, there's other cards in the deck that speed things up, like these two. I just pulled these out from the deck. Red Eye, when it attacks, or whatever, you soul charge one from your deck, and then Psychic Bird, put in a soul, and draw a card. And also, they're needed for Tsukiyomi's effect, the grade 3. But that's another thing, I'll explain that in a second. I'm just gonna put these somewhere in the middle of the deck. Okay. And now notice, though, that the grade 2 Tsukiyomi's effect was to soul charge 2 cards. So now you're speeding up your deck some more, and at this point, you're going to get closer to your bottom, to the bottom of your deck, which, again, always in turn helps. Draw for turn, and skill. Superior Ride. These cards go to the bottom in any order again. Usually for me, what I like doing is, only if I get triggered, like these fake triggers right here, I like putting them, at the top. Or if you want to be like the biggest douche ever, what you could do actually is put them on the bottom, or say of the stack, so in this case it would be like this. And then for your next check, you would put the next triggers on top, so that way they would overlap. It's a little weird thing, I guess, but I mean, it works. It's just a way of being a bigger asshole. But other than that, though, this is how far in you get after your deck or whatever once the chain ride is successful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And at this point, let's just assume I took damage and I went up to 5, sure. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, now I'm at 34, right? Deck's getting pretty thin. What happens is this. You can like Psychic Bird again, like I said, Oracle Red Eye. I don't think I have any in my hand, do I? No, I don't. So let's just say Psychic Birded. This doesn't act. This acts as a +1 towards your deck. 35, I believe on 35. I'm not even gonna check right now because it's counting again. But again, I'm just acting this out, so don't blame me if I'm not trying to remember the numbers right now. Notice though that the deck is getting thinner. This will act as a bigger boost, and at this point, you can go Tsukiyomi's effect for the turn, or actually, I guess let's just go with the effect. This will counterblast 2, draw you 2 cards, and fix your hand. Let's get rid of a grade 3. And then let's just act out as I did it once more. So there you go. And then you draw 2 more cards. Yay, it's hand advantage insane, isn't it? Alright, so now let's take a little peek again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, already. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Jesus, I just dropped my hand. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. We're just speeding this deck up now, aren't we? 39. 11 cards left in deck. That's great. You know what you do now? At the next, or actually, let's just act out, drive checks real fast. Draw trigger, please. No, I'm just not going to give you any examples now, aren't I? But next turn, you can Amaterasu. At this point, this just makes things so much better for you. Reason being, oh, look at that. That's a crit. You staying on top now. Amaterasu is the most useful Vanguard to me. Mainly because of that effect, just checking your triggers. If it's a draw trigger, you will speed the hell out of your deck again, a lot more. So again, act out like normal things. Oh no, crit and a draw trigger, draw. Look how much more I thinned my deck. That's great. Okay, now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left in deck. Let's just act like I'm guarding the hell out of my opponent. So sure, drop these, drop some. See, this is the cards that were on the bottom originally. And at this point, again, next turn, so Soul Charge, check, put it at the bottom. At this point, this is the bottom. So I'm just going to put it right here now. Notice that this is my deck left. Sure, I'll guard for my opponent for some more. Just act like this is guarding enough. So, there you go. So here's where this happens. What happens is you Soul Charge, you check. Sure, no, I don't want it. 2 cards are left in your deck, technically. What does happen, though, is this is what your deck is, technically. So say, one last time, I guard my deck, or, my hand. Sure, I dropped it. Let's just imagine I had a feel. I just dropped my entire hand because I wanted to give an example and a good one at that. So, for turn, Soul Charge, remember there's 2 cards left. This is that top card, right before the crit trigger started happening. So, if anything, if I knew that was happening, this was 50. Push it to the bottom, and then when I'm drive checking, again, let's just imagine these are like silent times and I'm like the coolest player ever. So, ready? It's crit trigger, crit trigger. And the reason why I knew that was going to happen is because these are cards 50. At this point, you could have counted if you wanted to. But once you realize you cycled through your entire deck, that's when you can start guessing your triggers. Again, this is crit trigger, it's crit trigger. See that? This is why I like OTT so much. Like, normally when I play, I'm actually good at counting. I'm just going to pick up my cards now. I don't really know how much to explain it, but I mean, it's just so great. You guys just need to try it out, I guess. I mean, it's a decently expensive deck, but I mean, it's entertaining at that. So, if anything, guys, I hope I taught you anything. I hope I entertained, question mark. And from there, I guess I'll see you guys out. This is Sam from Team Svelgal, and have a great day.